when there was absolutely no talking about removing the dam. On my property, the river comes up to my property. We have a canal in our garden, and we have a ramp onto the river from our garden. That will not be there. But apart from that, the wildlife, as this gentleman over here talked about, and lots of other people, it houses a lot of wildlife, and you're going to lose all that wildlife. As well as that, we have an orchard, 2.5 acre orchard, which has never been irrigated because the waters, or the swamp comes up to our property. So that orchard is going to die, and we have no facility to irrigate. As well as that, we inherited a few wells on our property because our property has wells belong to other people on the other side of the road that don't have any water at all. And they're very shallow wells. And we have been told that when the water table changes, there will not be water for those people on the other side of the road and our wells as well. So has there been some investigation of how this is going to affect the people? It seems that the people that are here, that are speaking, like Mr. Pyle, it seems to be easier for this gentleman to take out the dam because he's been approached by somebody that's giving him money. He hasn't bothered to look for money to do anything with this dam. He hasn't put in a road along we have a dirt road, a narrow, dangerous dirt road. So they haven't put any money into the facilities to encourage recreation along here, or along the road. So I don't understand how this gentleman over here thinks that they're going to spend lots and lots of money on recreation after the dam's out. Have they got money to put in these facilities? They haven't said anything about putting in facilities for people that are using the river. So I think that this whole thing is biased. I think the people that are involved here, including this gentleman back here, none of them have bothered they've let it be vandalised. They haven't spent any money whatsoever, and all of a sudden it's costing them money. So why have I bought a house along a river on the 23rd of April this year, and my property is going to be halved within a year because somebody that doesn't care about the people, and the animals around.
So I take it you're not in favor of it?
I am not in favor of it. Okay.
I just wanted to specifically back over to Craig. And John, did you have the groundwater issue and some of the other issues?
I think we mentioned earlier, the studies haven't been completed to indicate what the draw of the groundwater would be if the dam was removed. And that's part of part of what we're asking the contractors to do, and part of what will be, I guess we'll find that out.
No proof of any
Hi, my name's Chip Bennett. A couple questions, one for you. You talked about endangered species and protected species. Has there been any studies on great horned owls that are living in there, the otters that are protected, the gold or the bald eagles that are living in there? All I've heard about is salmon. Nothing else. I mean, there's spotted gray. Another one is, I know there's a rush on this, but you said there's no study been done on how much it would cost to refurbish the dam. I mean, nothing at all.
Okay. Craig, other wildlife other than fish, could Bruce address that? And then
Yeah,
John,
I know there have been surveys done, but there have been no definitive studies of other species done. I know there's been questions asked about things like the pond turtle, for example. Is a pond turtle endangered or threatened? It's it's not. It's a species of concern, but, it wouldn't trigger a biological
What
opinion.
about great horned owl?
I don't know about that.
About 5 or 6 in the United States, the bald eagles that fly around all the time.
Again, I answered this question before, is there a study, a definitive study that talks about what it would cost to rehabilitate that dam? The answer is no, there's not. That study has not been conducted. We do not have a dollar figure for what that would cost. We can estimate that it's going to be very, very expensive, almost guaranteed more expensive than removing the dam. But how much, we don't know. We don't have that dollar figure.
So without a study, how are you going to know?
We won't.
Right here next, and then I'll go over here, and then when I come back, the gentleman in the green cap will come back will be next. Who is, you're next in on that side of the room. Thank you.
I'm Bob Hunter. I live in 142 West Bend Road, Eagle Point. I'm also an attorney for Water Watch, River Conservation Organization. We strongly support removal of Gold Ray Dam. And the reason we support the removal of Gold Ray Dam is because it is a very major and significant impediment to fish passage. There's 333 miles of spawning habitat upstream of the dam, 30 miles of main stem road river upstream of the dam. Significant portions of all 5 runs of salmon in the Rogue River have to navigate that dam in their upstream and downstream migrations. We have all spring Chinook salmon spawn upstream of the dam, and they've been in serious decline over the years. Removal would help them. You also have significant portions of the coho salmon run in the Rogue River that spawn upstream of Gold Ray Dam, including most of the upper Rogue population of coho, and coho are listed as threatened under the Endangered Species Act. And it's for some of the passage reasons here that the dam has been ranked as 5th in priority to solve the fish passage concerns by Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife. And why a local team of experts on fish passage put together a priority list in the Rogue Basin. And after removal of Sabertrappas Dam, Gold Ray Dam will be the most significant and highest priority impediment to fish passage in the entire Rogue Basin. And not only does the dam impede fish passage, but the dam also has other impacts on the river and the fishery. The dam does block in the migration of the sediment and gravel downstream. That can impact areas downstream where they're sediment starved and may not be as suitable for salmon spawning as they otherwise would be. Also, about 1.5 miles of river would be suitable for Chinook salmon spawning upstream of the dam if the dam were removed. There's also increased predation of juvenile fish as they come down the river because of the backwater behind the dam and non-native species such as largemouth bass and bullfrogs that are predators of juvenile salmon and steelhead. So it does have significant impacts, and its removal would have significant fishery benefits. And putting that aside for a minute, too, I think removal of the dam will have incredible recreational benefits. We'll lose some of the recreation that currently goes down there. But with removal of the dam, we'll have Sabertrappas Dam coming out. We'll have 157 miles of free-flowing Rogue River from the Wind-Jess Dam to the ocean. It's one of the longest stretches of free-flowing river in the country. It's pretty significant. Also, what it will do is right now you've got a very popular park at Tuville, and unless you have a key down below, access you can't float. So you've got 5 miles of river that's not utilized as much as it would be if that dam was out. It increased recreational and angling opportunities. Another aspect is right now you have 500 acres, almost 500 acres of publicly owned land in the area there above the dam. Between the county, Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife, and state parks, we have these public lands, and access right now to those public lands is very limited.